Hello, it's Sheryl Willis over at Go Arizona Real Estate at eXp Realty, coming to you with the monthly market update for November 2022. First thing I got to just throw out there, boy, the interest rate declined by 0.5% in one day. Just goes to show you that no one can predict what's going to be happening tomorrow, let alone next week, next month, and next quarter. If you are trying to time the real estate market at the bottom, I'm telling you, you're going to be one of the ones that miss it. And let me tell you why. Because if I were to buy a home today and we would close in about 30, 40 days, since we have the holidays upon us, and then that would come out in the December numbers, which aren't reported until January, and then we don't start tracking changes until we see about 4 to 6 weeks of a change consistently. So it'll be February to report if we saw a market bottom today. Do you see my point? So the closest you're going to get is within about a 3 or 4 month period of time. And I have to let you know, right now in November 2022, you are within a 6 month period of time of hitting the bottom. Here's what you want to do if you are thinking about buying a home. You are going to want to go to the area that you couldn't get into the area when you had more competition. Look, the problem we had last year is there was a lot of intruders in our market. We had a lot more iBuyer activity, which was OfferPad, Open Door, and Zillow, and even Redfin. And you know what? 3 out of the 4 of them are pretty much out of the market. Yeah, let's celebrate that. Here's the best part. And there is a law being passed right now at the federal level to get Wall Street out of real estate. It's not necessarily Wall Street, you can't buy homes, but it's making it less desirable so we don't see them in our real estate world again. I don't know, it's going to be, in hindsight, great, they're already out of it. This is the second time Wall Street has completely screwed up our market. First time was in 2005 when they started buying all our mortgages and it just got insane. And now we also saw them jumping into the market and again, greed. And the builders are right up there with it. Today, right now, the holiday, the fourth quarter is traditionally always the best time of the year because there's always fewer competition. Now, I'm not going to lie, there's not a lot of great resale inventory out there. I've been out there looking at some resale, and the only ones that are kind of on the market right now, let's just say, are junk. I don't mean to be mean, but it's the sellers that really don't care. So if you go in with the mindset that there's only junk, there are some amazing deals to be had because at this point they'll settle, like seriously settle. So good time. Now, I'm not talking to you investors. In fact, speaking of investors, I forecast that we will, with the higher inflation that we've had, so we're seeing higher plane tickets, we're seeing higher gas prices, cars have been an all-time high too. I'm telling you, we're going to see a lower tourism. Now, we do have Super Bowl that is coming to town, and I know there are a lot of short-term rentals in completely random neighborhoods that are just hanging on. They're vacant. They're not renting. Those prices are probably going to start coming down. They are going to probably turn into long-term rentals right after Super Bowl, or they're going to go on the market. When you look at what our rental inventory is right now, it is super easy to negotiate the rate, just to let you know. And those rents, the rental inventory is going to continue to climb. So there is, what's the, was it Kenny Loggins? No, it was the other, I'm drawing a blank. No One to Fold Them, No One to Walk Away. No One to Walk Away. No One to Walk Away, Kenny Rogers. If you purchased an investment home in early 2022, I would highly recommend you look at, before you lose too much money, to get it out of it. Okay, so this is what you're really here for, because what you are seeing in the media, whether it's on the news or hearing it on the radio, they are reporting, like I said, old news that happened 3 to 4 months ago. That's the only data they have. We watch this data literally on a daily basis, but we review it on a weekly basis. This will show you that although the greater Phoenix area, so that is the Phoenix metropolitan area, which does include even northern Pinal County. So if you say Scottsdale compared to Maricopa, you don't get the same results. We all know that. So when you see the media, or even in our charts, show you a median of about 8 to 9% of a market decline in values, that is a median, and that's for the entire greater Phoenix area. That doesn't mean every single area. So you can see that below 600 is more often two things. Number one, it's where we're seeing the biggest decline, because those are the buyers that have been most affected by the interest rate change. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is you will see a higher price to the list price, but you'll see a higher concession. So what that is telling us is that people buying under $600,000, for them, the value is either buying down the rate or help with closing costs or paying closing costs. For people over 600,000, they would, right around there, that's the pivotal number. They would rather have a lower purchase price, and they'll deal with the refi in a couple of years. So again, it's not a black and white. We're not seeing the same results of the buyer suppression. And that is what is causing the market values to change. And then when you look at our luxury market, it's not been affected at all whatsoever. You can still see an extremely high appreciation, and the property values are still up from earlier this year. The key here is to understand that the interest rates are what is suppressing the market activity and the buyer demand. Phoenix, separated from the nation, again, is completely in a different market than everyone else. Again, Arizona is slated to be the #1 job growth creator for the next 8 to 10 years. Greater Phoenix is not done growing, and that is the important thing to really take into consideration if you haven't moved here yet, or if you currently own a home. This is just a little hiccup. When you look at over the course of the next 5 to 10 years, and we look back right now, what we're experiencing is going to be that intentional recession, right? That's what they're trying to control. The inflation numbers, it's insane. All right. Okay, let's get you guys out of here. Wrap up. All right. Message to homeowners / sellers. If you are a homeowner, whether you are thinking of selling or not, I would highly, highly recommend that you set yourself a budget anywhere from 1 to 3% of the value of your home that you consistently every single year you put back in your home. If you've purchased a home in the last few years that already had some deferred maintenance, now is the time to catch up on that, okay? I know inflation might be scaring you with some of the higher costs, but honestly, I don't see a lot of these trades coming down significantly. In fact, I only know of prices that are scheduled to go up early next year. So don't wait. Start planning out at least 2023 for improvements. If you are thinking of selling your home, definitely reach out to us as early as possible. There is a distinct difference between homes that are going under contract in less than 30 days and those that are taking the 2 months. Look, we have a fantastic record with full staging and over-the-top marketing that makes a huge difference. Clean, update, and maintain well is the key to selling at top price. It just takes a little bit longer than that instant gratification that we had seen over the last couple of years. And final message to my buyers, those of you who are waiting for the bottom of that market, reach out today. Let's put a plan together so that you are ready to buy when it's the perfect time for you. This is truly the best buyer's market that we have seen in decades. And I promise you, with the economics and everything that's going on in the Phoenix area, this is just a little window. Don't miss it. All right, guys, so I hope you found that very valuable. If you are thinking of buying or selling, I have the answer to your questions. And if I don't, I'm going to get them for you. All you need to do, though, is pick up that phone, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. We will be working through the holidays. Enjoy your family. God bless everyone. Until next time, we'll see you soon. Bye.